Yo, what is up guys, it's FullySpaced here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to build a little cabin up in a snowy biome. This is going to be started off by building a 7x7 cobblestone foundation. I've edited this video a bit differently so you guys can kind of see what's going on a lot better. Once you've edited your 7x7 foundation, you want to add in each log at the corners, and then you want to add these logs at the front too. This will basically be where your patio or front porch will be. Front porch is probably the key word I should use there. And then obviously you want to fill in the rest of the space, build up your pillars. The pillars actually go up to 4 high from the floor. So once you've built them on the foundation, then you want to go up by 4, and then you put the floor in here. So this will be your main floor, and then your pillars will actually be technically 3 high. So then that's where you're going to be able to roof from. But however, I'm just going to fill in this middle space here. Hopefully this video is a lot more easy to follow, as I've kind of centered the camera to follow my guy a lot more. And you can kind of see what's going on a lot easier. So after building them up 3 high, filling in that space, you want to build in your walls and kind of fit in each window place where you want them. So as you can see on the front there, I've got 2 small windows on the left and right, and then at the back I've got the same, but they're just kind of closer to the middle, and then we've got exactly the same on the sides here. You can actually add a block over the top of these, but I didn't actually do it yet. I was just currently going around and filling in the front area here by extending it up by 1, and then putting some then I started on the stairs for the roof. This took me a lot of time to play around with. There's quite a few things you can do with the roof. So as you'll see, I'll build it up and then I'll probably tear it down. And if I remember correctly, I actually built it really either the same or just similar. But I'm pretty sure I done it right the first time, but it didn't look right in my head. So I kind of torn it down and started again. Basically, you want to build stairs up to pretty much the middle, so you have 1 block in between. Then you want to use slabs on top of the stair and then fill in the middle with slabs, and you'll get this kind of slanted roof. It's a really nice little design. I would recommend using it for small cabins and things like that. And then you just want to put a stair on the front just for a nice little flick off, and head over to the back here and repeat the exact same steps. Once you repeated those steps, you're then going to want to fill in the rest of your roof just with some spruce stairs. You can always switch it up later on. As you'll see later in the video, I actually end up switching up and making some different patterns of things in the staircase, but for now, not in the staircase, in the ceiling or roof, but for now I just kept it not more and simple, and obviously we can detail it later on. That's kind of the key purpose to these builds. And then from here, I just kind of went round, added a few windows in, and filled in the top section of this house. This kind of gives us a basic flat house, nothing too special. Everything's kind of fit in 1 by 1, everything's not looking too pretty, it's just kind of there. We've got a basic foundation and we've got everything we need. From here on, I just quickly added in a door and then decided that I should probably start filling in the porch. So I added a few wooden fences around the sides there, and then played around with a little pattern on the front. So we've got a staircase in the middle, obviously we've got a bit of wood underneath, and then we've got fences underneath the patio to hold it up, and then we've got these cobblestone slabs on top of the logs, just for a nice bit of detail there. And then we're going to come around to the side because I want to add in some flower beds. I added some stairs at each kind of section, so we got 1 at each pillar, and then we got 1 in the middle. Then we got 2 glass blocks in between each one with trapdoors on. They're going to be what we use for flower beds, and then we head over to the other side and repeat this step so it's exactly the same. Hopefully this video is a lot easier to follow compared to my usual ones. I'm going to probably start doing it in this style a lot more because it seems to come across a lot easier in my head, and hopefully you guys will like this style. And then we basically do the same out the back here, and you will get the same pattern all the way around, giving you these nice little garden areas, or nice little places for your foliage and just outside stuff. So now you can kind of decorate your house here using trapdoors, buttons and things. I started doing it, playing around with these stair designs, and we've got ones that dip up, down, up, down, up, down. And then we've got a lantern at the top of each one just to bring in a little light and make it look a bit cute. So heading over back to the front, and then back to the back, as you can see this camera is going everywhere. We've got a bunch of buttons on the house too now, and then we changed the spruce trapdoors to oak ones as well, just because we don't want to use too much spruce, especially now that we're using spruce for window shutters. And then I add these buttons onto the corner of each log around the side of the house, so we kind of get a nice little pattern when you're walking around. I added 1 lower, then 1 higher on each side as well. So if you look at that, you'll notice that. And then I just went round with some snow blocks and kind of filled in any grass that we kind of had, not that isn't really covered. Added in these roses in the corner here because there was a little gap, and then just kind of filled in a lot of the place with snow. just kind of securing and hiding some of the ugly parts of the ugly parts of this build that you don't really want to see, and then just added these trapdoors onto the front again next to the staircase there. I then added some lanterns on each corner of the house just so we can have somewhere more light, and it's just looks a lot better and more visible from afar. I then added these fences just under the patio on the left and right hand side that I didn't actually notice that I forgot to fill in until later on. So this house is looking pretty sweet right now. It's kind of coming together. There's still quite a bit we can do with it though, which is always a good thing when building. You always want something to improve on. So I've got buttons on it, I've got all different kind of decorations, kind of filling it in as much as I can and just making it look a lot good, well, a lot more better, not good. And then obviously I'm coming up to the roof here, just kind of filling it in, playing around with it, trying to see what I can get with it. But instead of actually finishing it with a nice little design, I decided if we swap over, we can get a nice little chimney instead, and it will look a lot better. So as you can see here, we swapped over and we're in this nice little side section of the house, and then I start just breaking down a few blocks and then coming up with some cobblestone walls that actually connect to a furnace in the house that you will see later on. And then I add this nice little chimney in that's just made with stone brick and trapdoors and a campfire. Really simple chimney, just kind of a nice little one to fit in with the small style of the house. And then as I was talking about, adding in some stair designs just for you guys to kind of see on the roof there, so we have something a bit different. Now I'm just going to add in some outside foliage just to kind of really secure this build and make it look a lot better, because we don't want this house just kind of sitting in the open by itself, otherwise it does look quite boring. So we're just going to add in a bunch of trees, maybe some strapped down logs and things, just clear up the terrain as well, add in a bit of snow, just different heights of snow, really to just make the build look a lot better itself. We don't want to leave anything too open and plain, so otherwise it's really boring, and you don't really want to look at something that's kind of just sat in the middle of nowhere. It just looks really unnatural. You don't really want that. And then around here I just added this small little campfire that just kind of looks like people can come outside and just sit around this campfire and just enjoy themselves and really add to the build. I then later on just started filling in snow here, realised that the campfire just melts the snow, so I don't know why I was doing that. That was just a rookie move from me, I guess, really. Yeah, so added in a lot more trees, then just decided to get in a nice little strap down bunch of logs like they've been cut down, fill in this bit of terrain too, and then basically completed the whole build itself. So we're going to head over to first person in a second, but I'll just quickly fly around here so you can see what's going on. We'll head over to first person and then I'll leave you guys with a showcase after that. So now that we're in first person, I'll quickly show you around this build. As you can see here, we got the little kind of forest that we've planned out. We'll just place a few trees to kind of give it a bit more coverage of the area. We've got these little wooden log planks, kind of just like cut down trees that are kind of strapped to the ground. And then over here, obviously we've got this nice little campfire outside as well, just in case they want to go outside. And then we come to the actual build itself, where we start off with these pillars coming out onto the porch. Got a bunch of foliage around the side here, using these stairs and trapdoors there to create them. And then obviously you come up here, bringing us up to the porch. There's nothing really on the porch for now. On the inside, obviously we've got this furnace that goes up with the walls and then connects to the actual chimney that I've made up there, which is a nice little feature. I'm kind of missing a block there, so I'll probably add that in. So yeah, then I just got a bunch of things kind of connected with trapdoors. It's got furnace and then trapdoor, barrel. They're just kind of, the trapdoors kind of work as just like work surface, like it's just a surface area to work on, some workspace. So it goes all the way around, kind of connects up, and then obviously you've got your bed over here, so you've got plenty of room in the middle. There's not a whole lot of room for storage in here. You could probably make a better storage system, so you could probably have barrels all in one side, layer it up with some trapdoors and things. But I just wanted to go with this cute little design, so I actually wanted to give it like a small purpose, like someone actually lives in it, and just not cluster it with unnecessary things like a load of barrels, so like the whole thing is filled with barrels. It was mostly to be a small little kind of cabin. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this little build here. I will leave you with a showcase of the build itself so you guys can see what's going on. And yeah, thank you guys for 400 subs. We've well past that again, and the support has been absolutely crazy. I can't thank you guys enough. So yeah, let's hope it keeps continuing, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.